You can look at me when you talk.
Okay. Do I have to?
You don't
Nah, I'm only kidding.
Actually, just between Loretta wanted you were going to write something for her book. Just wanted to remind you.
Hey, you know, I never got a hold of her. Man, I've been so busy.
But if you want, you can say something.
Okay.
On camera for the book. I have
okay, that's good. That'll be easier. Yeah, great. You ask me what you want to know about it. No.
Right. First of all, I'm going to ask you about the Toto thing and rock with yourself.
Okay.
Rock
Cool.
walk, and then I'll talk about the art card thing. And then
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Everybody ready?
We're set.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Oh, let me roll this up here. It looks better rolled up than down. Okay.
Carmine Appice. You've been to many of these RockWalk inductions. You're sort of a staple because of the fact that you believe in it and you're in it yourself.
Yeah.
Today, Toto was inducted. Can you tell us a little bit about when you were inducted and what that felt like?
Well, it was great actually. When I was inducted in '91, they also put me on the board of directors for this. That's why I'm always here, as we actually vote for the people who are getting brought in. The day I was brought in, it was a great day. So it was with me and Ginger Baker and Alice Van Halen, and they brought my friends Keith Moon and John Bonham were inducted, and my idols Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. So it was like, for me, it was a fantastic day. The only drag I had was, if you look at my hand imprint, I have a fist and a hand rather than two hands, because I actually had this big blister, a burn on my hand. It's at the time my daughter was little, and I was running with her from a doctor's office to get the elevator, and I tripped and fell. And to stop crushing my daughter, I put my hand out, so I sort of had this amazing rug burn, big, huge blister on my hand. So when we went to do this, it was like, there's nothing I can do about it except put my fist in, because I couldn't do that. And then later on, I was going to do it, and then Dave Weiderman said, "No, leave it. Everybody thinks it's cool. You're the only one that has a fist and a hand." I said, "Okay."
A little bit of rock and roll trivia.
Yeah. So, but it was a great day. I mean, just being inducted with my idols, Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich, is like, great for me.
Can you tell us some thoughts about Toto being inducted?
I think I remember when I got the the list to see if, who to induct, and I saw Toto on there. I said, "Oh man, definitely." I mean, these guys, they're such great musicians, every one of them, and rest his soul, Jeff Porcaro was so great, and Toto and session guy, and a nice guy. I worked with Bobby Kimball in a band called World Classic Rockers about a year and a half ago, and it was sort of like, a little bit of everybody. Bobby Kimball, Denny Lane from Wings, myself, two guys from Steppenwolf, Randy Meisner, Spencer Davis. We went out and did like a bunch of corporate dates and stuff, so I got to know Bobby really well. I knew him before, and we used to do a couple of Toto songs, and so I got more familiar with like the stuff that Jeff did, because I had to play it, which I never did before. And some of it was so fantastic, and they've been going for so long, and they won so many Grammys, and the songwriting's great. Lukather's great, Page is great, every one of them. The Carroll brothers, fantastic, always one of my favorite bands, actually, because of the musicianship. And the new album I just heard in Japan. I was over in Japan, and a friend of mine's got as a Japanese guitar player, he's got an Eldorado, and he's got the great speakers in it, and he was playing the Toto CD recently when I was over there, and I said, "Wow, that sounds great." And I'm glad that Bobby's back in it, and they're fantastic. What can I say?
It's a good memory to honor Jeff Porcaro.
Yeah, I think it's great. I was talking to his father. I said, I'm so glad that, that they did this for Jeff too, because Jeff is, forever. He's in there,
He's a big influence on a lot of drummers.
Yeah, yeah. I remember we did a lot of clinics together, me and Jeff, and one time we did this one in Long Island, which is my home turf, and I took him to my old manager's house. We had Italian food, and we were hanging out, and we actually did the clinic. There was a guy named Dennis Chambers, who was brand new at the time, and nobody knew how great this guy was, but Jeff did. So Jeff, legitimately, he should have headlined the clinic. He said, "You know what, I'm going to go on first." I go, "No, you should go on last. You're like, Toto." That was like, Toto was really big then, and just go to all the Grammys. He said, "No." He said, "I'll go on first. You can go on, then Dennis can go on, then you can go on." I said, "No, all right." So he went on first, did his thing, then Dennis came on and just blew the walls off the place.
He knew.
He knew, and then I had to go on after. But luckily, everyone ran late, and I only had 20 minutes, so I said, "Well, what am I going to do after Dennis?" So I had Bobby Rondinelli and Joe Franco in the audience, who were my students. You know, I taught them when they were younger, and I brought them up on stage with me, and we all just took photos, and that was it for 20 minutes. But me and Jeff had a great time just hanging out, like in Long Island. I took him to a few clubs, and we had a really good time.